indicated that it improves the quality. Can you give me examples of how it improves the quality of the concrete?
Well, some of these guys here are, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Probably much more qualified technically. I know.
Yeah, well, I want real world experience. That's what
Well,
we're here. We're here to real world folks.
When you use fly ash, in most instances, you get a higher strength material. So, and it's also more durable. You can use less cementitious material, which is going to affect your shrinkage and curling of your concrete. In a like a large flatwork pour, that makes a big difference in how much the concrete shrinks and curls and things like that. It's hard on a lot of things, these guys can tell you. And then there's also a silica reactivity, which I'm not all that technical on it. I just know that using fly ash in the concrete helps offset this alkali silica reactive. It's the aggregates, right, that cause it. And if you take it away, you've got this ASR problem down the road where the concrete deteriorates, and they've had a huge problem with it in Pennsylvania, I know, and a lot of Texas, a lot of places around the country.
Whenever you're working with it and you're handling it and you're putting it into your mix, what are the things that you do to protect your people and the environment around that? I'm sure there's some sort of controls on that. Would you just elaborate just for a second?
Well, it's all controlled. It's airtight. Basically, you have hoses hooked up to your truck before you open any valves. Open the valves, you put pressure to the tank, and you blow it up into a silos or a storage vessel, and that's vented into a pollution control device, a bag house that's 99.99% efficient at trapping it, and none of it, essentially none escapes.
So basically, handling it is not a problem either.
No, sir. Not
okay, and it's never been the scientific stuff here is, let me just wrap up my thoughts here. I mean, the EPA folks are still here, and I think you've heard the testimony of the folks in the real world who deal with this every day. And we don't have any sound science that says this is a bad product. During the testimony, EPA mentioned that agreed that it's an impoundment problem. I think that's where we need to focus. I do have a concern about Mr. Benson and Mr. Gurman mentioned that the EPA has pulled from their website information on recycling of this. Is that correct? I would certainly like to know why EPA pulled that from their website when there has been no definitive ruling about this. I think it's very important. We're talking about recycling and something here that I think is important to the environment. It's important to the industry and a lot of folks here. So I would certainly appreciate that, Mr. Chairman. With that, I yield back.